Hi all, this is Arvind from MindMajix, and today I welcome you all to this amazing session on how to crack cybersecurity interview in first attempt. Okay, so guys, as we all know, like if you have a look at the top 10 certifications in the IT industry, okay, so in that list, cybersecurity certifications are among the top. So what does that mean? So it means that having cybersecurity skills in today's age is a very rewarding thing. Okay, so you can make a very good career out of cybersecurity. Okay, so that is the whole idea behind this session. Okay, and if we move further, so if you talk about the agenda for today's session, so these are the topics that we are going to cover. Okay, so first we'll quickly have a look at what exactly is cybersecurity and why at all you should learn cybersecurity. Okay, and then we will discuss the various career paths that are available in this field. And then we will also discuss the main skills that are required for you to become a successful cybersecurity professional. Okay, then we are also going to discuss the various certifications that are available. Okay, and finally, we will conclude this session by the topic how to improve your cybersecurity skills. Okay, so this is the whole agenda for today's session. I hope everyone is clear with this thing. Okay, so without any further delay, let's get started. Okay, so the first point of discussion is what exactly is cybersecurity? Okay, so cybersecurity is the protection of computer systems and networks from information disclosure, theft, or damage to their hardware, software, or electronic data, as well as from the disruption or misdirection of the services that they provide. Okay, so in simple words, cybersecurity is a set of techniques that is used to safeguard the integrity of networks, computer programs, and sensitive data from any unauthorized attack, damage, or access. Okay, so this is a quick overview of what exactly is cybersecurity. Okay, so from computing point of view, security means both physical as well as cyber security. Okay, so both of these are used by enterprises to protect against unauthorized access to data centers and other computerized systems. Okay, so you might have also heard about information security. So information security is nothing but a technique designed to maintain the confidentiality, integrity, and availability of data. And information security is a subset of cyber security. Okay, so the use of cyber security can help prevent cyber attacks, data breaches, and identity theft, and can aid in the risk management process. Okay, so when we're talking about cyber security, so there are three main aspects to it. The first one is the unauthorized access, then you have unauthorized deletion, and then you also have unauthorized modification. Okay, so these three terms together are known as the CIA triad, which stands for confidentiality, integrity, and availability. So you can call these three terms as three pillars of security, and most of the security policies of an organization are built on the top of these three principles. Okay, so this was a quick overview of what exactly is cybersecurity. So the next point of discussion is why at all you should learn cybersecurity. Okay, so the digital world is surrounded by cyber attacks, and this requires well-trained professionals in the field of cybersecurity who can anticipate, detect, and restrict the threats that are available. The demand for cybersecurity professionals far exceeds the supply, thereby creating the exciting opportunity for individuals who are willing to reskill or upskill themselves for a career in cybersecurity. Okay, so this simply means that there is a huge gap between the demand and the supply for trained cybersecurity professionals. Okay, so in today's time, those folks or candidates who are willing to, train themselves in the skills that are required for a cybersecurity professional. So these kind of people or individuals will definitely fetch good career opportunities in this field. Okay, so now apart from this, you can also consider cybersecurity as an evergreen field in the IT industry. Okay, so this is a kind of a job, or you can say the job role, which never gets boring. Okay, so every day you face various challenges as a cybersecurity professionals, and these challenges are exciting as well if you are very keen, or if you have a very good amount of interest in this field. Okay, so this is one of the reasons why you should pursue a career, or you can say why you should learn cybersecurity. Okay, so now there are many candidates who focus on the salary part before choosing any career option. So if you talk about me, like my personal opinion is salary should be a secondary part. Okay, no doubt salary is important, but that should not be the whole and sole reason behind going for a career in any particular field. Okay, so let's talk about salary in terms of cybersecurity professionals. So entry level salary in India is 7 lakhs per annum, and the average salary is 12.5 lakhs per annum, which is not at all a very bad thing. Okay, and if you talk about the US market, so in US market, the entry level salary starts from $70,000 per annum. Okay, and the average salary for a trained cybersecurity professional in US is 95,000 US dollars per annum. Okay, so this is the just the average salary. So if you have good amount of experience, let's say 5-6 years of good exposure in the field of cybersecurity, then your salary in the US can touch as good as 140,000 US dollars per annum. Okay, so this is just the range I'm talking about. So the actual salary can vary between these numbers that I've just discussed. Okay, so this was all about the salary part in the cybersecurity field. So I think we have discussed enough reasons for you to focus on cybersecurity as an upcoming field or a good career opportunity. Okay, so let's move ahead and discuss the various career paths that are available in the cybersecurity field. Okay, so as you can see on the screen, these are the various fields that are available in the cybersecurity, such as cybersecurity analyst, then you have cybersecurity engineer, then you have security manager or admin, then you also have vulnerability analyst and penetration tester, then you have cybersecurity consultant, then you also have cybersecurity architect, and finally you have chief information security officer. Okay, so let's consider this way. So if you're a candidate, or like if you're a student who has just graduated from the engineering college, okay, so you can pursue entry level jobs in this field, such as network admin or the system admin. So these are the entry level jobs that are available in this field. Okay, so while pursuing these jobs, okay, so while working as a network admin or a system admin, you can gain the skills along with your job, so that will further help you in moving up the ladder of the cybersecurity. Okay, so what do I mean by that? So let's say if you work for a couple of years as an entry level position in the cybersecurity, so then you can switch to the higher roles. So what do you mean by higher roles? So you can switch to security architect or even security consultant. So by gaining 2-3 years of experience, then you can move to the cybersecurity architect or cybersecurity consultant positions. Okay, and the job of a cybersecurity consultant is to assess the security risk, and he or she directs the organizations to protect their physical assets as well as digital assets. Okay, so then you also have the job opportunity to work as a penetration tester. So basically this role is connected to firewall detection, or setting up the firewalls across the systems, and penetration testing, intrusion detection, and all of those things. So these are the roles like penetration tester, cybersecurity consultant, and cybersecurity architect. These are the roles which you can explore once you have 3-4 years of experience into the cybersecurity field. Okay, and once you cross, let's say 5-6 years of experience you have in this field, then you can go for security manager, chief information security officer, and these kind of roles. Okay, so these are the higher roles in cybersecurity. Okay, so I hope everyone is clear with these things that we have just discussed, the various IP. So I hope everyone is clear with the career paths that are available in this field. Okay, so let's move ahead and discuss the most important part of this session, which is the cybersecurity skills. So why it is the most important part? Because if you have these kind of skills, okay, so then you will be able to clear any interview in the cybersecurity domain. Okay, so as you can see here, I've divided the skills into two sections. The first one is the general skills, and then you have the technical or the specialized skills. Okay, so in general skills, the first point is problem solving skills. So as a cybersecurity professional, problem solving will play a major role in your day-to-day activities. Okay, so those in the field need to find creative ways to take on and address complex information security challenges across a variety of existing and emerging technologies and digital environments. Okay, so the next point over here is the technical aptitude skill. So as the name suggests, cybersecurity is a technology focused field. So you will be likely be given tasks and responsibilities such as troubleshooting, maintaining and updating information security systems, implementing continuous network monitoring, and providing real-time security solutions. So being a tech savvy is a critical skill in order to perform the daily activities of a cybersecurity professional. Okay, so the next skill over here is attention to detail. So being able to defend an organization against cyber attacks requires you to be highly vigilant and detail oriented in order to effectively detect vulnerabilities and the risks. You will be responsible for continuous network monitoring, and you will need to be able to quickly identify the concerns and come up with real-time security solutions to address those problems. Okay, the next point of discussion over here is the communication skills. So guys, as I've already told in my previous videos, so communication skill is one such skill which is essential or critical for every job role that is present out in the IT industry. Okay, so it is very important to have both verbal and written communication skill as a trained cybersecurity professional. Okay, so the next point is constant desire to learn. Okay, so guys, this is another very important skill that you must have as a cybersecurity professional. Okay, so guys, every field in the IT industry is a dynamic field these days. Okay, so constantly there are various tools, technologies, and updates which are coming in the IT industry. So it is very important to have that kind of attitude, wherein you have the desire to constantly learn and upgrade yourself. Okay, so if you don't have this skill, then it will take very long time, for you to rise in the career field of cybersecurity. Okay, so the next point over here is, or the next skill over here is critical thinking. Okay, so critical thinking is another important skill that you must have. Okay, so why it is important to have this skill, critical thinking? So by critical thinking, I mean that it is very important to analyze and anticipate the problems that you might face as a cybersecurity professional. Okay, so you must know beforehand the problems that might arise. Okay, if you are working as a cybersecurity professional for any particular organization. Okay, so anticipating and analyzing the problems and then coming up with real-time solutions. Okay, so this this workflow of from problems to solutions, so this requires critical thinking. And the next point of discussion is fundamental computer forensics. Okay, so while computer forensics and cybersecurity are two different fields, but they are very much closely related. Okay, so having a good foundation in computer forensics can help you excel in your cybersecurity career. So to be able to effectively protect an organization's digital assets and prevent security breaches, you need to have a solid understanding of what happens if your efforts fail and how compromised data is recovered. And the last point over here is knowledge of security across various platforms. So cybersecurity isn't just limited to computers. You need to be comfortable working on a variety of operating systems, computer systems, mobile devices, cloud networks, wireless networks, and so on. So it is very important for you to keep up-to-date knowledge on advances in these fields. Okay, so this was all about the general skills. Okay, and now if you talk about the technical skills, so the first point over here is knowledge of operating systems and virtual machines. So as a cybersecurity professional, you must have a strong knowledge on operating systems such as Windows, Linux, and Mac OS. So as a cybersecurity professional, you must have a strong knowledge of operating systems such as Windows, Linux, and Mac. Okay, so you should also be comfortable on working on any of the operating systems. So virtual machines allow you to train and research in an isolated environment, and they help you maximize your skill. So the next point over here is to know Kali Linux as it is the most widely known Linux distribution for ethical hacking and penetration testing. So it comes with several hundred tools related to penetration testing, malware analysis, security research, computer forensics, and so on. Okay, the next skill over here is network and system administration. So as in-depth understanding of networking is required to start a career in cybersecurity. So learning networking will help you understand data transmissions, technical aspects, which will help you secure your data. Another skill which will be beneficial for you is to master system administration. So it is all about configuring and maintaining computers. So you must be curious to know every aspect of your computer features and settings and play around a bit with them. Then the next important skill is coding and scripting. Okay, so as a cybersecurity professional, you must have coding knowledge of any one or maybe a couple of coding languages. Okay, so what are those coding languages? So that can be anything such as C, C++, or Python, PHP, HTML, and so on. Okay, so you can, try to learn at least two languages out of those that we have just discussed. Okay, and apart from that, you must also have knowledge of SQL. Okay, so what do you mean by SQL? So SQL stands for, or SQL stands for structured query language. Okay, so normally what happens is cyber attackers use this language to damage the stored data. Okay, so one good example of that is SQL injection attack. So it is very important, to have the good knowledge on SQL to prevent these kind of attacks or to recover from these kind of attacks. Okay, so another important language that you must know is assembly language. So assembly language will help you understand how malware functions work and thereby help you defend against it. Okay, and then you also have scripting languages. Okay, so scripting is a type of coding in which you make a program do something. So the difference is that coding is static, whereas scripts can make images and text move around. So knowing how to build tools and automate repetitive tasks with languages like Python or PowerShell empowers you to become a more efficient cybersecurity analyst. Okay, so this was all about coding and scripting. Then the next important skill is network security control. So network security control refers to the different measures which are employed to enhance the security of a network. So you need to know how your network works, how routers, firewalls, and other devices work. So a firewall is a hardware or a software that blocks outgoing or incoming traffic from the internet to your computer system. Then the next important skill over here is cloud security. So companies are looking for professionals with security skills applicable to public and hybrid cloud platforms such as the AWS and Azure. So more organizations look to cloud infrastructure to store their data and run their applications. So this includes implementation of policies and technologies that protect cloud-based systems and devices. Then you also need to have ethical hacking skill or ethical hacking knowledge as a cybersecurity professional. So to effectively protect an organization's network and infrastructure, you need to know how they can be exploited in the first place. So that's why most cybersecurity professionals must learn how to ethically hack. So essentially, you need to have same skill as hacker to fully understand how a system could be breached and in turn create effective solutions for preventing those attacks. Apart from that, you must also have knowledge related to laws and regulations which are related to cybersecurity. So cybersecurity has to protect an organization from an attack, theft, or loss, as well as comply with the industry regulations. So if you're working for a company that does business around the globe, so familiarity with general data protection regulation or the GDPR could be beneficial in the long run. So cybersecurity analysts in the healthcare industry will need to understand how to comply with the Health Insurance Portability and Accountability Act, which is a US federal law that helps to protect the privacy of medical records. Okay, so these were just an example of the laws and regulations which are present in cybersecurity domain. Okay, and last but not the least, you must also have good knowledge on blockchain, AI, and IoT. Okay, by the way, I don't believe that it is mandatory to have this knowledge, but since these are the upcoming fields in the IT industry, okay, so if you fairly have an idea of how things work in these fields like blockchain, AI, and IoT. Okay, so it will be very beneficial to you as a cybersecurity professional. Okay, so this was a brief overview of the general skills and the technical skills that you must have in this field. So if you guys have all of the skill or most of the skills that are listed over here, so no one can stop you from clearing the cybersecurity interview. Okay, so now let's move ahead. So the next point of discussion is the various certifications that are available in the cybersecurity field. Okay, so guys, as you can see, these are the various certifications that are available in this field. Okay, so why at all you should go for certifications? Okay, so certifications are a proof that you have the sufficient or adequate knowledge related to that particular field. Okay, and having certification will make you stand out from the crowd. Okay, so also if you have any particular certification, so you can mention that on your LinkedIn profile. Okay, and these certifications will help you attract various employers, so that these kind of employers will schedule the interview with you just by having a look at the certification that you have. Okay, so it is very important to have certifications in this particular field like cybersecurity. Okay, so as you can see here, the first certification over here is CCNA and CCNP. Okay, so guys, CCNA is nothing but Cisco Certified Network Admin and Cisco Certified Network Professional. Okay, so these are the entry level certifications that can help you land an entry level job in this field. Okay, so if you have these certifications, so these are more than enough for a fresher. Okay, apart from that, you have this certification called CompTIA Security Plus. So this is the second certification which you can aim for once you have these two certifications. Okay, and after that, there's this certification called Certified Ethical Hacker or DCEH. After that, as per the experience that you gain in the job role, so once you get a job and you spend a few years in the cybersecurity field, so then you can aim for higher certifications such as Certified Information System Security Professional or the CISSP. Okay, after that you also have Certified Cloud Security Professional. Okay, and then you also have Certified Information Security Manager. Okay, so the way in which I have listed these certifications, so you can go for them in that particular order as well. Okay, so higher, the more the advanced certification that you go for, the higher will be your chances for securing a well-paying job in cybersecurity. Okay, so that is the whole point behind going for certifications. Okay, now, so let's move ahead and discuss the last point of this session, how to improve cybersecurity skills. Okay, so this is a very important question. Okay, and now if you have, like there are many candidates who have just graduated from college or, who are about to pursue graduation as well. Okay, so even we have audience who watch our videos who have just cleared their 12th standard. Okay, so in this question, we are, trying to answer all of those queries that we have from all of the diverse, the diverse kind of audience that we have. Okay, so the first step over here is pursue a degree in cybersecurity. So what do I mean by that? So if you're a candidate who has just, passed his 12th standard, so, you can pursue graduation or a BTech or a BE degree in cybersecurity. Okay, so there are many colleges, engineering colleges these days who provide a bachelor's degree in cybersecurity. Okay, okay. Now, for those folks who have just graduated from engineering college, you can go for a master's degree in cybersecurity. Okay, so only if you have time. Okay, so master's degree in India, let's say it takes almost 2 years. Okay, so for those candidates who have just graduated, they can go for a master's degree in cybersecurity. Okay, so the second step over here is, if you do not want to work for a master's degree or a bachelor's degree, so what you can do is you can go for any training sessions, or you can say the training programs from reputed institutes in the field of cybersecurity. Okay, so you can also go for boot camps, or you can also straight away go for certification that we have just discussed in the previous part. Okay, so this is an alternate, or you can say the alternate route for the first step. Okay, so either you can pursue a degree in cybersecurity as we have just discussed, or you can, Go for the training sessions, boot camps, or certifications. Any one of them is fine. Okay. So after that, you can, like let's say you have got a job, an entry level job, or you're already working as a cybersecurity professional in any reputed organization. So what you can do is to upskill your knowledge or to improve your skills. You can read various books which are related to cybersecurity, and you can also, attend conferences online that are very much relevant to this particular field. So apart from that, you can listen to various podcasts which are available online related to cybersecurity. Okay. So one such example of such podcast is Sans Stormcast. Okay. So you can subscribe to this daily podcast for 5 to 10 minute episodes covering the latest security threats. Okay. Apart from that, there's also a weekly podcast called Security Now. Okay. And you can also, join various communities and forums on online platforms such as Reddit and Quora. So in these platforms, once you join these groups or communities, so there are various people from all around the globe, who share their knowledge with every one of them. Okay. So this was all about the third step. And the fourth step is you must be aware of the latest trends or the news which are happening in the cybersecurity field. Okay. So this is one such method through which you can improve your cybersecurity skills. So guys, with this, we have come to the end of the session on how to crack cybersecurity interview in first attempt. Okay. So the main highlight of this session was the skills portion. Okay. So if you have those skills, or, if you work hard to acquire those skills and then you go for an interview, so there are very high chances that you will clear the interview successfully. Okay. So thank you so much for being with us. So if at all you have any doubts related to this session, then you can write your doubts and queries in the comment section, and my team is here to help you with all your doubts and queries. So thank you so much for being with us.